Southeast Kentucky missed out on the big snow last weekend, but this weekend you have the highest chances across all the bluegrass. Hey there, friends. I'm meteorologist Shane Smith. It's Wednesday, January 28th, 2026, and we are tracking more winter weather. And it's not just for this weekend. We've got a few flakes flying out there tonight. Here's a look at radar Omega, and there is some light snow flying pretty much in south central Kentucky, south of I 64, over between London and Bowling Green. There will be a few rounds of light snow potentially move through. A lot of this may not even hit the ground. There is quite a bit of dry air in place, but just know few spots between I 75 and back into western Kentucky could see a little bit of light additional accumulation. Some of those roads may have a little fresh snow on them in the morning. Now, the forecast remains cold as we head into tomorrow. Check out the latest look of the European model. We're going to go into the morning and you're going to see single digits and below zero in northern Kentucky, teens here in southern Kentucky. A few spots may wake up into the 20s. Now, most of the state goes to the mid 20s. Down here in the south, we may actually climb above freezing tomorrow just for an hour or two. Then as the sun sets, we're going to see the northwest wind kick in, and that could kick off some light snow showers tomorrow night into Friday. Those will continue on and off during the day on Friday as that turns into a big storm in the southeast. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. But that could cause a few lingering snow showers Saturday and Sunday, and we may even see that snow continue in the next week. I want to broaden out the picture a little bit and just show you how powerful and how large this system could end up becoming. We're going to put it into motion, and you're going to see that area of low pressure spins up off the Gulf Coast and merges with that little piece of energy that's going to come into our neck of the woods on Friday. The European model has this going a little further east. Some of the models are coming a little farther west. We're going to have to wait and see exactly where it ends up happening, but there is at least a chance of snow, especially in the eastern part of the state. We're going to take a look at some of the different models and see what all they're showing. Here's the GFS model, and you can see it's showing a pretty good little hit of 2 to 4 inches across southeastern Kentucky. We can switch over to the European model, a little bit less in the westward extent, but a little more intense in the higher elevations, maybe pushing close to 6 inches. Portions of Pike County, Letcher County, Harlan County. The European tends to be my model of choice in these setups, so it bears watching. The Canadian model, not as aggressive with its global model. You can see it's keeping most of the snow southeast of us, but there's actually a little disagreement with its regional variant as far as the intensity, showing not a whole lot right now in London, but you get down into the higher elevations up to 6 inches. Something worth noting. We're going to keep an eye on how all these models play out, and real quick we'll throw the good old NAM model up here. Widespread entry too, a little bit more in the higher elevations. I think it's way too early to talk totals, but I at least wanted to show you what some of the models were showing. And speaking of showing you, here is the potential for up to 2 inches of snow from the Weather Prediction Center. And you can see London, we're right there in the 50% chance. You go a little west of us, you go into that 40% chance. You go into far eastern Kentucky, they're in that 80% range in portions of Perry County, Knott County, southern Floyd County, Pike County, Letcher County, eastern Harlan County. So at least 2 inches looks like a pretty good bet. How about 4 inches? Well, about a 30% chance in Laurel County and Whitley County. Go into Hazard, into Perry County and Harlan County, a 50% chance. So there is at least a decent chance right now of upwards of 4 inches of new snow in far southeast Kentucky. And That's not the only model showing it. Now, here is some of the ensemble models. Now, you'll notice their totals are a lot lower, but they are going on a 10-to-1 snowfall ratio. We're probably going to be batting closer to maybe 15 to 20 to 1 in this kind of a setup. So you can take those totals and almost double them. I think that might give you a little bit more of an accurate estimate. So there is definitely some potential for snow in southeastern Kentucky this weekend. I think the places that missed out on the snow, got all the freezing rain last weekend, you all have the best chances of seeing just a good snow the next couple of days, especially Friday. I think if we're going to get it good, it's going to be Friday into Saturday. Little light snow tomorrow night, but Friday during the day and Saturday, I think, is the best bet. Down there in that purple zone, 2 to 4 inches, not a bad early forecast. That dark blue, maybe 1 to 2, 1 to 3. We'll see how it plays out. Then you get into northern and western Kentucky. You guys were the big winners last weekend. I think y'all sitting this one out. Maybe a few light flakes and some light snow chances up in central Kentucky. But I think southeast Kentucky is going to get in on it this time. And it's going to stick around for at least a couple of days. But we do have some moderating temperatures next week, although briefly. And then you do notice there are some big troughs still lurking in there. So I don't think the pattern is going to overall let up. It's going to stay pretty wintry, but at least we're going to see a few 40s in that 10-day forecast. All right, so that's all I have for you tonight. I'll have a first call for snow tomorrow. We'll likely have a live stream tomorrow night to answer your questions on both Facebook and YouTube. And we'll just wait and see how it goes. I don't think this one is going to be as big of an impact snow or an impact storm as last weekend, but it will be enough to cause some problems, and it will definitely get some folks who didn't get a lot of snow last weekend a little bit more this weekend, although that's not necessarily a good thing because we still got some power outages out there, and this is not going to help those crews with the cleanup. So winter is not relenting, my friends. That's going to do it for tonight. If you like what I'm doing here, be sure to like or subscribe, depending on what platform you're viewing on. We've had some awesome just numbers of folks watching. Thank you guys so much for your support. It means the world to me. And every time you like or share these videos, it helps out a ton. All right, friends, that's going to do it for tonight. I'm meteorologist Shane Smith. Take care, stay weather aware, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye now.